Damn it! Why is this so difficult every time? That is better. That is better. I will make it through one more night.
Oh, let's do that again.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
It's a tragedy, pure and simple.
Alright, so far
The hospital is meant to be a safe
didn't
haven
record
to
the
all.
19 minutes bit.
We failed the
But-
people who trusted us with their care.
We
Do you
caught this
think I
guy.
should not have brought Mr. Hampton
We caught
back?
this guy.
He caught
It's
this
not
guy
your
shooting
fault.
drugs up his
You
arm.
rescued that
Yes.
poor soul.
And
It
I
was the
thought I
Christian
recorded
thing
it,
to
but
do.
I forgot to, so
We
I'm
should
now
have noticed
officially
his
a dumbass.
instability.
Yes, you are. But basically, it was like he was shooting up 5-hour energy up his arm.
Yes.
I know you're taking drugs, Corcoran. Why take such a risk?
Why take such a risk,
Needed
man?
to endure the long shift.
And off screen, I was healing everybody
We
of
have no
their
idea how long
fatigue.
the epidemic will
So
last.
yeah.
We can't let it win.
It's only a matter of time before other people discover it. And it could cost you your job.
Usually I am a very cautious man, Dr. Reed. But I am not afraid to lose my position. I just want to continue to help as much as I can.
Really, by doing drugs? No!
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
He should be killed! Maybe I got a hint from, what's her name? Let me see. Where is she? Maybe not?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tell me, nurse, did you know Dr.
She
Tippett
probably
was
knew.
addicted
She probably
to
knew and they
medication?
wanted to tell
I
us.
suspected this behavior for some time, but never dared to ask him about it. Until the day he confessed to me.
Why would he confess to you about his addiction, Nurse Brannigan?
Don't you know you doctors can't hide anything from a nurse? We're always there, even if you don't notice us.
Do you consider yourselves our confessors, Nurse Brannigan?
I wouldn't dare, Dr. Reed. But I'm intrigued. How did you discover Dr. Tippett's secret?
What can I say? I seem to have a knack for discovering secrets.
And for hiding them as well.
Do you approve of his addiction?
Of course I don't approve. But I understand he needs it to fight the exhaustion. Let's hope he'll stop injecting himself once the epidemic is over.
And what if he doesn't?
Then we'll have to convince him to stop. I believe he's still in control of his addiction, for now. But we must remain vigilant.
Really? So she knew and she didn't tell us.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need.
You is a bitch. Alright. So yes, if you see off screen, I had to use the medicine on these bitches. Now I'm gonna go with these guys. Let's do it.
Make sure that the one that
Yes, I do. I do. Sometimes I can be just an idiot sometimes. She hates me, guys. Okay, gonna vote really? Actually, no, I'm just gonna run it.
Over there! There's one of them! Roll! Die,
And run.
There's one of them! Watch yourselves! The power of the Lord commands you!
No, it does not. Oh, crap, I can't.
We do the Lord's work here!
Oh, there she is! Hello!
Good evening, Zhao Shu.
晚上好, Dr. Reed. It's
What are you doing with your time, now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to help the poor and sick of the neighborhood by handing out medicine.
Where is my mouse? Hello?
That's very charitable of you. But why do it at night?
I've noticed that the most desperate people tend to go out after dark. Hence my presence, to help them when I can.
Giving out medicine? How can you afford to do that?
I am a rich widow, Dr. Reed. My departed husband left me enough money to last the rest of my life. I can spend some on those who don't have any.
Why don't you move to a better neighborhood?
I thought about it, I confess. To go back to the same empty home every day still hurts me a lot.
Why stay here then?
I am a woman of habit, Dr. Reed. And for now, I am happier being useful in a familiar place than I would be anywhere else.
How do you feel now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to follow your advice, sir. I won't forget the dead, but my efforts will be for the living.
I've no doubt. That is a wise and useful attitude in this part of town.
To be completely honest with you, I am also doing this for myself. If I'm destined to survive this epidemic, I need my life to have some purpose.
Do you still think about your departed husband?
Of course I do. I'll never forget my beloved Matthew, but how do I put it? Now I miss him more than I want him back.
I know what you mean. And I think it means you're getting better.
Maybe death will take me the way it took Matthew.
You're doing the right thing, man.
Without warning and without mercy. But until then, I live on.
Live on your dream, woman!
Goodbye for now.
Let me see, where's he? He is somewhere in here.
Science fails you. This elixir will give you faith again.
Go into my way, please, man.
Please, I don't have your money. Come. Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Do you need help, sir?
To be honest, I'd prefer you take a look at my stuff. I'd rather be rich and sick than the contrary.
I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you.
I want
Please,
with this.
take this.
I'm gonna turn on my light.
You'll feel better.
Really? Free? Don't take it personally, but charity usually comes at a price. Human nature being what it is.
Goodbye for now,
Now he's
Mr.
coming.
Lewis.
Who else do I need? Where are you? Come here.
You again? What do you want this time?
I want your blood, bitch. Give me your blood.
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
Keep your medicines for others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity.
Don't be stupid, man. Just take the damn medicine.
You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
I need to find the priest.
Pay me a glass and I'll pay me a bottle and I'll
Good evening, Mr. Whittaker.
It's Father Whittaker, my son.
Oh, I didn't do that? I already did that one.
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
Faith gives me all I need, my son. If I must fall, then so be it.
No doubt your faith will prevail, but let me give you some extra protection against the devil's work. Medicine.
Blessed be your generosity, my son.
I have had enough for tonight.
Let me find Palmer. Where the heck did I find him? Over here somewhere, maybe? Over here. I do not want to evolve. Here we go. Found them.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right?
First of all, stop being an a-hole to me.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
Where's Richard? He's in that cemetery, right? Alright, I think after this I'll go to my objective. Oh, I don't even know what to do. I missed that whole 19-minute clip. Whoop whoop, I didn't see you there! I'm so sorry! Get off me! I need more blood. I do not want to evolve.
When science fails you.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Well, you have to do this, Jonathan.
I have this thirst for blood.
There is something going on in this district.
Good evening.
And good evening to...
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre.
The nutrition of my...
I'll leave you
that's
alone,
it.
sir.
Alright. Now let's go find Sean Hampton.
It's a leech! Kill it! It's a killer! We will crush this beast! Lord, walk with me! Pull back!
Let's try this one.
The power!
Thank you. What do you do? What do you do? I just did a loading screen. Okay, should I kill Tippets because he was using drugs? He wasn't honest. He was using drugs. anybody here? Damn it, somebody's coming up here. It's gonna kill Clay Cox. I was gonna go Cox. I gotta kill him when nobody's coming.
It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Best be moving on. What are they? Stop! Vampyr!
Really, bitch?
Not you! Remember your vows, friends! Christ, he's dead!
What the frig was that?
God walks with
Thank you. Thank you.
Cross the leader!
You're bloody and you don't have to get hurt.
Get tight to the legs!
Thank you.
There's a box going the other way.
Where?
Behind you.
This one?
No, not there.
Wait, I have to get this trash here first.
Cross the bridge again. And it's on the left.
Ah, yes, I see it. No, I don't want to be arrested.
Keep on! just need killing. Fine, Vermin! Filthy fucking thing!
Thank you. Whoa, what are you?
Best be moving on.
Yeah, move on. Bye. Thank you.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! Watch it! It's a killer! Watch out for that tail! He's dead! Fucking fast!
Do it!
Thank you. Alright, is there any more boxes I should know about? Ooh, let's get rid of these skulls. To you. Okay, he hates bullets, so I'm gonna use my gun. Go, bro!
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
What are you people? And I will show you how to do this business. Get away from me, you won't get me here! Get out! Get the fuck out, you crazy bastard! You won't get me here! Get away from me, you bastard!
Checks the dead body first.
Yes, I checked the dead body first. Oh my goodness, I haven't been talking. Oh my god.
I realize I haven't been talking either, so man.
Yeah, I've just been concentrating. And I've been mentally arguing with myself about not recording that 20-minute clip. 19-minute, 20-minute clip.
Oh my god, stop. It happened and it just happened, okay?
Yeah, but now nobody's gonna find out how he did the drugs.
Easy, he went to his room, shut the door, we waited like outside the window or something, and he shot it up his arm. People can picture what it is.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Maybe I should return this watch to his family.
Who are you? Are you Bill, or what's your name?
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Goodbye, sir. Where? I don't see him.
See who?
I know someone. I think there are hunters here. My blood back from you. Thank you. We can go this way, folks. Who are you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
Fishburne? I have some cold
Do you
treatment
require
if you
medical
want.
assistance?
That's something I didn't expect to hear again. A doctor concerned with the health of his patients. Yeah. I could use some help.
Looks like I'm meeting some people in the docks.
I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with, but it's a doctor's purpose to heal people.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people's trust.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
No.
In particular,
Take them all.
sir? Are you thinking of someone in particular?
Petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves
Okay,
it.
so I gotta find a necklace for this dude.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Oh, we called him the C word?
Well, go ask someone else then.
Any viewers out there watching,
Tom
please do
Watson
not,
get the answer.
do not listen to the C word. It's bad.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Goodbye, sir.
Night, a darkness, and every dawn of death. Hypocrite.
Ooh, I'm finding some people. Oh no, another homeless dude.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
He has anemia? Oh dear.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Do you know a man who lives in this part of town? A man named Sean Hampton. I'm looking for him.
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here. Most prefer to avoid me.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here. The barkeep knows everyone in these parts.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home? You're sleeping rough?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
So long, Rufus. Be careful. Take care.
Take well. Take really care.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne.
I think I charmed her.
Yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Let me in, let me in. Actually, no, I'm not gonna kill an old lady. That's mean. Oh, look at her, look at her, look at her. That's mean. No, I don't want to kill an old lady, no. I'm just gonna talk to her, that's it.
I'm gonna talk to her so...
Yeah, we're gonna talk to her and stuff. Stealing, stealing, stealing. I'm stealing. Thank you. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, I think that's it. That's it. And one more.
It's locked.
Nope.
So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes.
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where he could be?
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes care of the homeless?
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is. But if you ask around, I'm sure you'll get your answer.
Alright.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Okay, there's that. Personal questions. Okay.
Goodbye, Miss
Personal
Fishburne.
questions.
Take care of yourself. Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne. Evening.
Evening, Miss.
So long, Ruth.
Alright, maybe we can check over here. Maybe something over here.
It's locked.
Mark my words, miss. These murders are the work of a vampire.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
Alright.
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I
So
drink
this
at night.
guy's basically an
And then
alcoholic.
I drink some more.
Great!
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Alright, go on.
Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for
Oh,
good,
I have a bad feeling about
a
this.
tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
I think Sean is a vampire. I think. Or maybe he's just going crazy.
Killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it, and now I can't remember where it was.
Yeah, his eyes are scary as fuck.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is, I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
His hands are through the table.
Do you believe in
They're
a
going
bloodless
through
revolution?
the table.
I do not believe in much anymore,
Look at this. Look at this. He's like,
but
he's
I'll
like,
admit I like your idea
It's like
of
he's hitting.
peaceful
Are you
change.
hitting?
I like it a
Are they
lot.
going through the table, or are you hitting the table? Please tell me what you're doing.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Goodbye, sir.
Drink's just as likely to cause a problem
Evening,
as the
miss.
soul.
Well, I never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy
you like that,
togs.
boo?
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colourful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it neither.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Goodbye.
I feel another ship going on.
I should have offered a drink to them.